Got some things done. Good weather, good warm weather. Could be warm down there. So guys worked hard. Hopefully we'll keep getting better. Play better on Saturday. Question?
What's the thought on the game Saturday in terms of being able to go down there? Because we're starting to hear people talk about potential cancellations with the storm being what it is. Any talk on that?
I don't think it will be. We went through every scenario known to man, and we'll figure it out here when it gets there. And we'll fly down when they tell us to fly down, and play when they tell us to play. I mean, that ain't gonna matter. It looks like it. I think now we should be okay, but we'll wait and see. I mean, you'll never know those things, and pray to God that I wish everything stay in the ocean and no one to get touched, because that looks like a pretty nasty storm to me. I hope the people, I don't know how Haiti and Bahamas get. Did that end up being pretty nasty or not?
No, it looks really bad.
Is that right?
Yeah.
God, I haven't even heard. That's a shame. That's a shame. We got some people who have family in those areas.
You guys typically travel on Thursdays. Is that still the plan?
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Thursday?
it is until something contingent. You know, we get all the final updates when we got to do it.
From a health standpoint, how are you guys?
Pretty healthy. We're relatively healthy. I'm sorry.
Derek Notty's ankle.
Yeah, he practiced all day. Did great. I mean, he was full speed going today. He was good. I mean, he got normal nicks and bruises, but ain't nothing major. We should be pretty healthy.
I asked you a little bit yesterday about Dalvin as a receiver. How did he have to learn, or did he have to learn it? Did it come naturally to be able to?
I mean, he learns the game. He studies the game and understanding how to run around. Not just he could always catch the ball very well, but then how to get open and how to set in the zone and how to work a man coverage guy, inside leverage, outside leverage, or how to set a guy up. He worked at the game, and Dalvin likes the game. I mean, it's not just a guy who comes to play. He likes to, watch film and study and do all the things he's got to do. So, and he picked up pretty naturally.
For a guy who's that good at what he already did, for him to say, I can get good at this too, is that uncommon for a guy like his skill
I don't.
level?
Not a guy that's a true competitor that really understands the game, because he knows for his future that is one of the future of this team. It helps our team that we can get him the ball in different ways to utilize him, and plus, at the next level, that value is through the roof, and that's what he's always working.
I'm sure when he's one-on-one with a linebacker, he gets that right matchup in the flat. I mean, his eyes probably open up.
They do. I mean, now I ain't got to run through 4 big linemen, and I got in space, and I just got to catch it. You know what I'm saying? But there's also an art to that, because a lot of guys don't understand. I say this all the time. It's like running backs become receivers, or receivers. How you want to play fast once you get the ball, but when you don't have it, you even got to play faster, because that's how you get the separation to get it. And guys got to learn that. He's done a good job of that.
How valuable Dalvin's emergence as a receiver, the tight ends doing well, been for a young guy like DeAndre?
Oh, it's critical, because you got to lose all your weapons, and people can't double cover your main guys. And coverage-wise, they say, okay, if we're doubling him, he will go inside. Hit that nice vertical to the tight end. When they went outside and covered our hook and our flare, that he's reading through the progressions and things, and utilizing all your weapons allows people, those people, they can't concentrate. And then all of a sudden our tight ends now are not just making plays, they're making big plays. Our backs are making big plays out of the backfield. So, and then our receivers can catch it, so it makes it a lot easier for those guys, and those guys developing around. That's what I keep saying. When those young quarterbacks, when those guys develop around you, they give you enough time to throw the ball, and then they get where they got to be, and then you start to see those guys grow. And it's fun to watch.
You look at the quarterbacks on both of these teams, really, and how big a role they've played in these recent Miami Florida State games. How important is it for DeAndre to get off to a quick start and help?
Well, I think it's always good to a quick start, because, one, you set tempo of the game. You know what I'm saying? I thought he played really well the other day. He missed one third down throw. Missed that one to Travis out there in the flat. We wish we would have had, but made a really nice one that we dropped, for a big one there. So he started off pretty well, hitting his throws and doing things. And for young guys, sometimes that can be a challenge. But I think for our team, he needs to start fast, but he's learning to do that, and I think he does it here in practice.
Bobo's putting up some really nice numbers. What is he doing particularly well right now?
Well, I mean, he's being where he's supposed to be, running the routes he's supposed to run, and he's still growing. There's still a lot of growth in where he can be and what he's doing. But we're getting him the ball, and the reads and the progressions are going that way, and DeAndre's seeing him and making the plays.
How's Ricky kicked the past couple of days?
Kicked pretty well. Kicked really well yesterday. Kicked good today. Hit the ball good and square, not moving. And even if the balls were solid and hitting them, not tailing like they did the other day. He got his foot was just too close to the ball. Like he was too close and had his toe turned. So when he kicked, he had to come across it. And that was making him. And he'd never done it. Didn't do it on the PATs. Just on those field goals. So you got to look at it and fix it.
Jimbo, how much do you guys really miss, guys like Niall and Brutus and Reggie and Terrence from that defense, the seniors that really brought the
you miss guys with the experience and to make calls, and even just like I said, those young linebackers now they got to make a call and do that. But it's a progression you got to have. But you miss guys all the time. They're going to graduate. But those guys are very vital guys and been around and played a lot of football. And not always, you never noticed them always making super plays, but they made a lot of plays. But they were such glue guys and did little jobs that spill balls to the right areas, and just very disciplined in how they played. They were really good football players, really good college football players, and some of them still playing pro ball.
I can imagine Derwin's probably being groomed to call plays all
he's
season.
already can.
He already.
He was calling them then when he got hurt.
How much is it overstated how much you guys miss just that aspect of his game?
Well, I mean, Derwin, and I don't mean you miss as a player. He's one of the best players I've ever been around. I mean that. I mean, he's a special guy. But his leadership and his command and his call, I mean, there is a lot to that. But guys, you lose guys. That's not an excuse for anything. But you do miss that. I mean, that guy he was a special cat. And when you got him, it's like when you had Jameis. There was a confidence there too that we got our guy, and he made everybody else better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, those other guys are learning. It's a great experience. We can fight through this and learn it, and get those guys playing like they can play. And then you get him back, then you become that much better.
It was 2 years ago at Miami that Rod made his debut. What do you remember about that decision and how well he's been since then?
I was nervous that week because I knew it needed to be done, and we probably needed to be done just a little bit before that. But just trying to get him at the right time, and it was almost one of the deals where he's really ready, and we really needed to be ready. You know what I'm saying? And going on the road and making that debut, and it was critical in a big game like that. And we got behind. He's had a lot of poise in the game. We had to throw the football and move it around, and ended up running it good. And he played a really good game. I remember agonizing up there, man. It was, you want to do it. People, that's not as easy as you think, because you at that time we were undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And you had a chance for a national championship and all that. And you do that to develop and make. It could one or two plays could cost you a game. And but he did a great job. That was a big moment for him, a big moment for us.
When both of them have been healthy, both he and Kareem have probably been your steadiest two guys up on the line over the last few years. Just the stability that they've had together, how well they work together. And
they communicate well together. They do a good job, and I think they feel comfortable beside each other.
Let's back to Dalvin. He's done a good job picking up different aspects of the route tree. Does that show his football IQ?
Yes, it does. He understands ball. I mean, he's a guy that you can explain. I see where you're coming from. Even when you're starting to explain it, the picture starts coming on. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it does. He has a very good instinctual IQ of football.
Because it seemed like in that opening game, flat 20, 30 yards, the little swing passes, and you guys have done that more the past couple games too.
We have. Well, I mean, it's been there and developed, and we made the reads to get him there. And, it's funny, earlier he was running too fast. He was a little bit out of sync in making the run reads, but was really in the passing game. It was ironic how, but then now he's gotten his tempo back in the run game and really seeing things there too. So it's really good.
Travis had a couple of good games to start out the year, past 3
Still
weeks.
playing great.
Okay.
He had a drop the other day, but as far as the way he's running, he was open. We tried to get in the ball 7 or 8 times, 2 or 3 times. We could have got it to him, and could have got to him or somebody else, and just happened to go to somebody else, running routes, blocking his tail off. He ran, and he had a touchdown catch down there that we had a pressure on. If you remember, we were about the 18-yard line going into South Florida. He ran a corner route over there. I'm talking about was open as could be, and we had pressure, and DeAndre had to scramble for about a 3-yard gain. Would have been a touchdown catch. He had one last week. The route he ran, even though he dropped that football, the route he ran and how he did it, I love how he's playing. He's playing fast. He's blocking. He's getting where he needs to be. He's getting open. It just sometimes in the tree, or when he's gotten open, we've had pressure. You know what I'm saying? And the numbers don't show it, but he's still playing. He's playing as good a football now, or maybe even better in a crazy week. You can believe that or not. Complete football than he even was the first part of the season. That's why I say numbers sometimes can be deceiving on how the ball got to get to you, or way things happen sometimes.
Jim,
I'm very pleased.
I'm sorry. Have you seen Matt Thomas kind of been a little bit more excited? He's going to get to go home and play in front of the home crowd, I guess.
I haven't noticed that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But those guys will be excited to play. I know that.
Since the renovations to the stadium this year, do you think it'll play any different as far as wind?
I have no idea. Until I get down there, I've never been in it. I don't really know what all they've down there. They kind of put a little dome type thing, and I'm not really sure what that'll do till we get down there. May do something different. May keep some wind out or something. I remember we practiced old Dallas Cowboys stadium. It was a Cotton Bowl one year. That was neat. Kind of had that. I think that was even more so. Remember, it had that little hole. We used to have the hole in the roof, and it was kind of
similar.
We froze to death.
Kind of similar, bigger hole one.
Yes, sir. I remember the Cowboys. We played during the Cotton Bowl. And it was about 35 degrees when we was practicing. And you had one set of sun right in the middle of it, and everything else was on the sideline. And we froze. It was cold in that shade. It was shady and cold. That's all I can remember.